Welcome back to our back to school guide. So imagine trying to learn to read, but you really can't see well and you have no way to get glasses.
This is the reality for thousands of homeless Oklahoma students.
KOCO's Shelby Cashman shows us the struggle districts have getting those students the education they need.
And it's really tough for kids to feel at home in a school classroom when they're dealing with homelessness on the side.
Susan Ogle is the former CEO of Positive Tomorrows, a nonprofit dedicated to helping homeless families in Oklahoma. And she's currently the chair of a committee under the Oklahoma Commission on Children and Youth. Part of that job, ensuring compliance with the McKinney-Vento Act.
And it just cares for the needs of these kids so that they can be successful in school, which is what we all want.
Under the Act, state agencies must ensure that homeless children have access to free, appropriate public education. It also requires each school district have a homeless liaison dedicated to this mission. A mission, Ogle says, is challenging.
Our school's homeless liaisons are overworked. They're so busy. They have so many hats to wear, so many things going on.
Part of that challenge, getting an accurate count. Many families don't consider themselves homeless.
They don't count themselves as homeless because they see themselves as living with somebody or doing, or they may be in a motel that they're paying for.
But under the McKinney-Vento Act, they are homeless without a fixed, adequate, and steady place to live. They could lose it at any moment. Preliminary numbers from the 2022-23 school year showed there were just shy of 25,000 homeless students in our state. And in school year 21-22, more than half of school districts reported having 0 homeless students. These are numbers experts say don't paint the whole picture.
Over 50% of students are not considered homeless in the state of Oklahoma, but we thought that number could be more accurate.
Representative Daniel Pay, Susan's committee, and other legislators teamed up this session to work toward a solution to ensure Oklahoma is not leaving federal money to help homeless students on the table. According to OSDE, only 25 of our state's 546 districts actually applied for and received McKinney-Vento funding.
Without an accurate count about how many students are experiencing homelessness, we lose out on opportunity at the federal level to get resources, to get programs, to get funding.
During the last session, Representative Pay co-authored HB 1029, a bipartisan bill creating one form for all districts to use that will ask families questions about their living status. The goal, to help schools and students who may be missing out. McKinney-Vento funding can be used to train homeless liaisons, enroll kids in after-school and tutoring programs, even help with medical bills.
Once we have the data, the homeless service liaisons, all these nonprofits and organizations, and including us in state government, will have a better understanding about who we're trying to help.
The form that all schools will be required to use is currently in development at the State Department of Education, and it's going to be implemented in the 2024-2025 school year. Shelby Cashman, KOCO 5 News. Stranger danger. It is a phrase that we all know, but teaching our kids about it sometimes isn't enough, especially online. And with classroom tech, social media, and online gaming, it can be hard for us parents to keep up. KOCO's Alejandro Briones sat down with some experts to learn about tools to keep your kids safe.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Snapchat, the list goes on. If your child has an online presence, they can be exposed to online dangers.
What would you say are the most common threats for children who are online?
Predators, people who want to convince children to do things that are inappropriate through social media, gaming, apps.
OSBI Special Agent Rachel Savory with the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit says there has been an 87% increase in cyber tips over the last 2 years. The reason? Simply the growing number of people who are online. And as kids across the metro head back to school, we're asking what parents can do to be involved in protecting their child.
Know what their children are doing online. There shouldn't be any privacy between a child and their parents when it comes to any of the online.
Savory says right now, Snapchat is one of the most popular apps, and that's where they're getting the most cyber tips from.
A lot of kids don't believe that, or they do believe that Snapchat, once they send a snap, as it's called, that it disappears, that it's gone forever, but that's not the case.
Apps, software, and other resources are available to help parents monitor online activity.
Some of the top apps recommended by Agent Savory include Bark. This monitors more than 30 apps that look for dangers like predators and cyberbullying. And Bark has a mirrored app that goes on your child's phone to help keep them safe. Now, another option that has an app for both you and your child's phone is Net Nanny, which blocks dangerous content before your child can see it. It also offers instant reporting of online searches. And another option is Life 360. You may have heard of this one. This one tracks detailed driving data like location, top speed, and how many times your child experienced a hard brake.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children also has a program called KidSmarts. There, parents can find resources and tips that are age appropriate to start those conversations. Other suggestions include simply setting rules, checking devices, and of course, communication.
When we were kids, we didn't have all this internet. Our families told us, watch out for that white van handing out candy. That white van's extinct. All these predators are on the internet now.
Russell and Crystal Goodwin are founders of Oklahoma Predator Prevention, a group using online platforms to help turn predators over to police. They say those everyday apps your children are using are saturated with predators.
How can parents keep up with what's going on?
There are ways to put it to where there's no chat option, and in my opinion, after doing this for the last 5 years, that is the best option.
What I say is have parents got to monitor their kids' devices.
Experts say predators are creating fake profiles with stolen images of children. Then they go after kids similar in age. Because you can't always control which friend requests are approved, the Goodwins emphasize the importance of communicating with your children.
If a child does fall victim, what should parents do?
Try not to overreact, because this is sadly very common, and a lot of people have been through this, so they should know that they're not alone.
Also, don't delete the content and call your local authorities. And if something inappropriate is posted online, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has a program called Take It Down that can help remove or stop the online sharing of explicit pictures or videos. Alejandra Briones, KOCO 5 News.
You can find a full list of everything you need to know ahead of the new school year in our Back to School guide on the KOCO app and KOCO.com.
That includes shopping lists for school supplies, a list of required immunizations, and anything you may have missed tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for our Back to School guide. We hope it's a fantastic year ahead.